Hey folks, this is JL the July Lioness. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. So here we are working on Bisquick County some more. I'm paving the parking lot of the bistro. I really like these blue and white themed buildings. The white with the blue shutters, really pretty. I'm not sure exactly what world. Is this base game? Yeah, this is called the Little Corsican Bistro. That would be base game, wouldn't it? Yeah, I really like the color scheme. I think they're pretty buildings. Um, yeah, and I don't know if you remember, when I was making the setting down the science lab last episode. I found this dark colored asphalt. Could have sworn that the third one in on the catalog was this gray one, and I was right. There are two different shades of asphalt. There's dark asphalt and there's this gray one. They are both called asphalt, so that's confusing. So we're just laying down the tar. And I gotta add some chairs, chairs, lights on the tables. Later, I think it'd be nice to put like a sandwich board in the corner by the door. I should remember to do that. Gonna sneeze, sorry. Pardon me. Okay, so how are we coming? It's coming. Feel free to speed me up, like I said. Use the in the player, hit the settings button. It looks like a gear, and you can change the speed of the video. You can speed it up. I like to slow James Turner down. I think it's hysterical because he sounds drunk. Well, we all get our little ways to get our little thrills. It's the simple things. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, we're adding the, little gnomekin dining table. Gnomekin, not little gnomekin, just gnomekin dining table. And I put in 5 of those, and I realized the 5th one, because I closed the window and I opened it back up again, different color. So eventually I realized, that's not the lighting, that is actually the wrong color on that first one. So I fixed it. So yeah, put these 5 out, and we do the chairs, and I thought it'd be kind of neat to get those little potted plant lights, so it kills 2 birds with 1 stone. You got flowers on your table, but also a lamp, because usually you have to choose one or the other because the tables are so small. I remember in real life I went to the Cheesecake Factory once and I ordered this salad. I swear the table was just barely big enough to fit the plate. Like, this is huge. It'll take me, I'm going to need a week to eat this because I'll need to rest in between. I don't eat much, and when I do eat, I eat slowly. So I am like the queen of the doggy bags. Does anybody call them doggy bags anymore? Well, thank God for, could I take this home? Could I have a to-go box? Save a lot of money that way. No wasted food. But yeah, that table at the Cheesecake Factory was really small, and the plate was huge as well. So I think I guess only 2 people were supposed to sit at that table, and it was just barely big enough to fit 2 gargantuan plates on there. Pack them in, I guess. Get as many tables as you can, because that means more people. They don't have a cheesecake factory where I live now. I miss it. Well, of course, my waistline does it, but good old cheesecake. Jeez, when did I last even have cheesecake? Okay, we're getting there. I think we need to center those up a bit. Looks like the grid doesn't go on the tiling, does it? That's too bad. I guess because it's an outside lot. Well, you can't turn the grid off on the outside lots on the ground. You can turn the grid off on the floor, but not on the ground. Pardon me. Now that I have sneezed, I'm going to be snuffling. So I guess I'll drink some water and really make things complicated. Okay, we're adding those flower pot lights. Center that. Can you move it any closer? No, I guess not. Wanted the flowers facing somewhat front. Wanted them facing all pretty much in the same direction. And those are going to be cute at night when they come on. The table torches are cute too, but then I saw these and I thought, oh, that would be pretty cute. I hadn't done that before. But yeah, I think up by the door we'll put in a, I'll have to remember to get a, like a sandwich board menu, you know, dealy. And maybe a queuing system might be good too, the rope barrier. Yeah, I don't know if they actually come on or not, but I guess that's what I was testing. Oh, that looks pretty nice. Excuse me. So next I gotta do the parking. And please do not get exhaust fumes in my cheesecake. Thank you. Yeah, so here I'm fixing the color of the table. Oopsie, thank God for creative style. Don't we miss that? In 4, I sure do. That's why I'm in 3. One of the main reasons. Oh, creative style. So heavenly. So heavenly. I don't like this pattern. I'm going to change the color of the background of the pattern. Oh, yes! Oh, yes! The bliss of customization. My god. Oh, I love to customize. Two of my favorite things are customization and miniatures. So The Sims is like, yeah, mini this, mini that. I love these stripes, the parking lot stripes. They came with University Life. I'm like, yeah, that was good. That's a good game pack. I don't like the gameplay much because it just seems sort of silly to an old lady like me. But a lot of the buy build stuff is pretty good. I like these stripes. I like the artist sketch pad. That's pretty good. A lot of times I wish Sims, well, they have the store, and pretty much you can buy just stuff. Because some of these game packs, I just don't think the gameplay is, I'm not interested in the gameplay. Like for Sims 4, Parenthood, not at all interested. No thank you. But they have some neat stuff. So it's too bad you can't sort of just get a stuff pack, the Parenthood stuff pack. That would be fun. Okay, last one. centered. Yeah, it's kind of bugging me. I don't think it's an even number of squares. So in the center, I made a parking lot, and they're just going to have to drive over the grass to get in it or something. But I thought, this is kind of a small downtown area, and sometimes it's nice just to have a parking lot. So I had a little fun with it. I love the moving van from University Life too. But I love the dumpsters. I love that they're interactive. They're really fun. So I put a lot of dumpsters around the world. And yeah, I love that University Life moving van. I also found a derelict car. I don't know if you saw that. Maybe I haven't added that yet, but I've stuck that in there too. Somebody abandoned their car in the parking lot. It happens. So here I really struggled with the lot types. I mean, yeah, community lot, fine, but the subtype, the sublot, it's a mess because it depends on what game packs you have. If you have ambitions, then it gets very particular because, you know, people are now working at lots that originally didn't take visitors. Like the school was a real PITA, pain in the what's it. I believe if you have ambitions, the school lot becomes a visitors allowed lot because then the faculty can go inside. But before, if you don't have the ambitions pack, then I believe it is a no visitors allowed. It's just for the kids. But I'm not positive. It seems to be, the school I think is now working, but I was having a problem of them, as with the restaurants, they would go approach the boundary of the lot and then they would get an obstruction. What am I doing? No, we don't want to add another bistro. I think I'm comparing bistros. You want the diner, D-I-N-E-R. And I think I had the most set. I don't know. It's either there are more visitors allowed lots than I thought there were. Let me put it that way. And I think it's because of ambitions. Because you have to allow the employees to get there, whereas before you didn't. So now this diner though is visitors allowed, but you can't work at the diner, can you? I don't think so. Maybe you can work at the bistro. No, I guess you can. I mean, that's a restaurant job, but I don't remember watching them go off to enter the diner. Or I might be getting confused with 4. So anyway, I'm just playing with this. I kind of wanted it. I'm thinking, it needs to be facing the road. But I don't want them to have to really like run all the way across the lot to go inside. And I want to have a parking lot. So why not put the parking lot at the back so it's next to the dedicated parking lot, so it would kind of blend in a bit. And then I put some trees and some picnic benches back there too, because I know they have a choice of eating outside. So then I decided, well, we'll just put it up here in the corner. And it kind of visually balances the bistro. a much smaller visual weight than the bistro, but it's I guess it makes sense. These are kind of 6 of 1 really. So here I'm trying to, what am I doing? Trying to plot out my parking lot, I think. Also was trying to find the easiest way to put down these things, because once you put it down, a lot of these objects are so small it's hard to grab it up again, to move it. So I'm thinking if you can, and if you have to clone it, you have to start it over again, and it always comes down turned around the wrong direction. So I'm thinking, well, what is the right direction to put it down in? And it doesn't matter where you put the cursor, it always goes down the same way. But I see it's just spinning them around. So I think, I don't know if I recorded it, but at one point I was just turning the camera around to different positions to see if it would line up a certain, the easiest way to have it line up. But, so now it's parallel with the sidewalk. It just flips back and forth. I did realize if you put it in the center of the lot, then it's easier to turn. This takes practice. This is a lot more building than I usually do. Yeah, so I'm thinking, oh, if I turn this around. So if I keep it on that grassy area, then it's a little easier to turn. Yeah, here's where I'm spinning the camera around trying to figure out if it makes a difference. It doesn't like to turn a quarter turn. Now I can always flip it. So that's what I did this time. I just moved it over and flipped it. And that works as long as you've got it the right distance from the sidewalk. So that was easier. Flip. It's kind of like putting in windows. It's a little too far from the sidewalk. Now I have to move it up. Blech. Putting in windows in Sims 4 is so annoying. If you do them on the outside, they don't just snap in, and I always they always end up not being the same distance vertically. Like they're too low or too high because they slide around so easily. They really pop right in with Sims 3, which I like. You can't really alter the height of the windows in 3. I like that. I think it makes life a lot easier. We're going to put in a picnic bench. Yeah, I filmed this a couple days ago, so I don't remember exactly what I did. At one point I know I think I put in a tree and kind of I left a grassy area and a tree and some picnic tables at the end, and then paved over the rest of it. But you gotta have a nice place to sit outside and enjoy whatever those spawners are gonna gift you with. Now I just need to pave it. So we carve out Oh, I figured out, I remembered the way to get straight lines with the terrain paint. Use floor tiles. Just sort of put down what you want and then outline it with floor tiles. And then you can kind of paint over the edges. And then you delete the floor tiles, so that gives you a straight edge. I tried that with a couple of places. It turned out pretty well, as long as you don't use such a huge brush that it goes way over the floor tiles to the other side of them. That always bugged me, that I couldn't do a straight line with these terrain brushes, even the square ones. Here I'm just kind of fighting out this grass or whatever, trying to make it look sort of natural, but it needs to be softened. Oops, spot missed there. Oops, big spot, I missed it. These all need to be on the grass. Evenly. I gotta add my magnolia tree. I think I look for magnolia. Still gotta tweak that grass a bit. I need the dumpster too. Yeah, it all looks so tiny from up here, and then the Sims come in, it's like full size. And I'm just trying to limit my tree species to the few I picked out, like the Scotch pine, the cherry tree, magnolia. Over by the river, or actually in the river, there's banyan trees, and that's about it, I think. Okay, so what am I doing here? I think I must have redone some of this, trying to get this lot type thing settled. Okay, so I'm putting out picnic benches. I think I had to do this twice, because it deleted everything on the lot to get the type correct. It said something like, you have objects on here, or this is a special building, and there's certain objects that shouldn't be here, so it deleted everything in order to correct the type. I think that's what happened. So now I had to rebuild. So basically it deleted the whole layer, and it put down a different layer. So everything on the layer went bye-bye. Anyway, I do end up with, a tree and a couple of picnic benches underneath the tree and the dumpster. I have been playing this game and still have got the Sims with the strange kind of file names instead of normal names. I'm not sure if that will fix itself once I've got housing for more of them. That could be. So I'm just going to add in more houses from the library, and maybe then they'll become, I don't know, townies or whatever. But it runs okay. It's enjoyable. I've got my grandmother living on the top of the hill with her dachshund, and the dachshund got enough points to earn to win a pet hygienator, which I never had used before, so that was great. So now he can run around in the fields and get all the fleas he wants, and then run through the hygienator and be all nice and clean. What am I searching for? What do we got? Oh, I was looking for a community trash can. Eventually I found one, but I don't think I added it to this lot. Sip of water. Who's dehydrated? Oh, I've been dehydrated for months. It's crazy, I tell you. This whole world is changing. I mean, Steve Perry arrived. Are you guys Steve Perry fans? Because he's back. I can't believe it. After almost 25 years of his being in his private life, he's back in the public eye with a new album out called Traces. And he's got a video out, he's got a Twitter account, he's got a website, steveperry.com, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. He's there, and he's doing interviews, he's talking, guys. Steve Perry is back. Yay! Never went to a Journey concert, but they were certainly all over the radio when I was a teenager in the 70s. Styx was my band. I've been to a few Styx concerts. Here we go with the parking stripes again. And that's the wrong one. Oops. Now I have to delete it. Good luck. Oh, undo work. Did I do that? Second one. No, first one. First one doesn't have the left line. Just do this quickly. Again, feel free to speed me up. Just go into the little settings gear there and hit double speed or whatever. I think you can still understand me, but I'm talking more like this. Very crisply. I guess I might have picked up a bit of a southern drawl after living in the South for so long. I'm not originally from the South, but that's where I seem to have ended up. So, you pick up the speech patterns of where you live. And everything around here is very languid. So if you live in the South, you have to be very patient. Keep your expectations low and be real patient with people. And be grateful when things work out the way you had planned. Be grateful, because that just doesn't register with them. Okay, so did I do the trees and stuff again? Or if I got my clips in the wrong order? Or maybe I do it later. I guess I did it later. I was feeling kind of frustrated by then. So now I'm trying to sort out this community lot stuff. Okay, so that says no visitors allowed, and I was having Sims giving me the obstruction sign, waving their arms and everything, blocked footprints, So that's when I thought, well, we'll try visitors allowed. Because I think another choice was restaurant, and that didn't work. It was set as a restaurant, but again, ambitions must change the rule or something. So I think I set it at visitors allowed, and it seemed to be working okay when I played it yesterday. I can't read this writing. This is, it's a video of the game, and the resolution is lower. And my eyes aren't so good anymore. Anyway, okay, now this says this lot has a special building on it that has something that has to be deleted, or I'm like, oh my god. Oh, I had it as a coffee house. Okay, so now I changed it to visitors allowed, didn't I? Because I think it probably is. Okay, it's a coffee house pre-ambitions, I guess. And ambitions and beyond, it's a visitors allowed. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what they did. They changed stuff to visitors allowed. I think there was a career based around it. Still getting that same thing about having a special building that has to be deleted in order for those Sims to do what they're supposed to do on that type of lot. So I'm like, What I need to remember to do is play another game set up by, not a custom world, not a custom town, and just take notes on how the rabbit holes are all set. That's what I need to do. And just put it in my notes. Like if I go to a game that's got Twin Brook, that will be the one I need to take the notes on to see what all the lots are, how they're all assigned. Because basically this is basically kind of Twin Brook, really. I mean, lots wise, gameplay wise, this is just another location for Twin Brook gameplay. Okay, now I'm confused because I'm looking at where is the bistro. So maybe this clip is wrong, although it was recorded. I don't know, it's confused. No, yeah, the bistro is definitely missing. Oh well. So we've got Gypsy Wagon and okay, what are we doing now? Alright, so this is a new clip and we're just looking at, I think I'm looking at everything together now. But I'm not actually on the lot, so the stuff isn't really loading in. So there's the Gypsy Wagon. And the sign shows Napoleon on it, which would mean that is the little Corsican bistro, which I'm pretty sure is base game. So you look across and you can see the diner. Okay, now we're in CAW, Create a World. And I was just kind of looking around the world. It's a little choppy here because I'm moving this with my mouse wheel now. And you can see the spawner in the lake. Yeah, so there's the dark asphalt that I used on the science lab. Okay. So I didn't really do any building here in CAW. I'm just kind of doing a little kind of a tour. So it's fairly empty, but there are a lot of empty lots. So I thought I'd throw down what I still need to add. Need to add the gym and the spa. I added the dog park and the cat park, and this is, I think, the dog one, because the cat one has a building and the dog one has the fountain. Yeah, that's the dog one, so that's fun. And that's across from the science lab, so now we go up. There's a residential lot right there that hasn't been built on, so somebody can live right in town. And we see across the river to the business park and the gypsy wagon. And these traffic lights just blink yellow most of the time. Oh no, there's a green. But I never see it red. It's either yellow or green. I guess that would mean that would explain why they don't ever stop at them, wouldn't it? Yeah, they just race on through, because that would be a different animation, an extra animation to make them have to stop at the red light. Okay, I see why you did that, guys. I see. And that's the bookstore, which I hope is set up correctly, and somebody can live behind there if they want. Thought that would be nice. We'll have a bookworm live behind the bookstore. Hog heaven. Now I might have to check on the bookstore. It might have to be set up as a small shop. Yeah, I gotta fire up the Twinbrook games and take notes. That's what I gotta do. Yeah. That would answer many questions. Yeah, that was kind of fun doing that parking lot. They've got 3 or 4 parallel spaces in there, kind of amongst the tree and the grass. And here's that residential lot right there, right by the river. Probably put some bushes along the edge of the river. Is that another residential? No, that's just a light. Okay. Oh, and look at the city hall in the distance. How majestic. And the gypsy wagon. its own little spot, that gypsy wagon. And the diner. And the bistro, and the parking lot in between them. Okay. And the school in the background. I'm not sure if that's Hogan's Diner or not. There's a derelict car. Yeah, there's a tree. Okay, so that's these are the finished versions. Okay. So this is sort of a mini tour. I'll have to do a proper tour when I'm ready. Sure looks pretty with all the trees and stuff in. Makes it look really realistic. And that funny yellowy bubble thing, that's actually a Create a World thing. It means that lot is selected, so I can move it or delete it or whatever. Yeah, it's hard to move in and out smoothly when you're using your mouse wheel. And that's the school. And I'm about at the end of this video, guys, so I'm going to sign off. This has been JL, the July Lioness, and thanks very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave a like if you did. Leave a comment. That would be fantastic. And subscribe. Please subscribe. That would be wonderful. Thanks, guys. Take care.